Today we will start with Woodward-Fisher rules for calculating absorption maxima. We have done earlier only 2 or 3 examples. Now we'll continue and we will take up some basics to understand how to calculate lambda maximum, that is absorption maxima, for a molecule having double bond or with double bond O, that is with carbonyl groups. So let's start. First is, there's a example in this. We have to understand what if there is a 2 double bonds in a same ring, then it is a homoannular. Homo, as we can understand, homo means same, so both the double bonds are present in a same molecule, and it means a cyclic dienes which contains conjugated double bonds in a same ring. Now in this we can see, similarly in this compound in which 2 rings are present but both the double bonds are present in a same ring, so it is again a homoannular ring. So similarly, what are heteroannular? 2 double bonds are present in a different rings. So 2 double bonds are present which are in conjugation, but they are present in different rings. That is in this example we can see 2 rings are present, but this is present in one ring and this double bond is present in another ring, but they are in conjugation, double, single, double. So it is heteroannular diene. Similarly, this the 2 double bonds are present in different rings and they are in conjugation, that is double, single, double. So it is again a heteroannular diene. And similarly here, this double bond is present in one and second double bond in another, but they are again in conjugation, so it is again a heteroannular diene. So now we can easily understand what is homoannular diene, what is heteroannular diene. Similarly, we can understand the terms endocyclic double bond and exocyclic double bond. Endocyclic means the double bond present in a ring. Here in this example, a double bond is present in the ring, and in this double bond is present outside the ring, that is, it is exocyclic. So if it is present inside the ring, that is endocyclic. If it is present outside the ring, joining the ring, then it is a exocyclic double bond. Here in this example we can see it, this is a endocyclic double bond and this is a exocyclic double bond. And similarly in this example, this ring has this bond, that is a endocyclic, and this is exocyclic double bond because this double bond is touching this A ring outside. So this double bond is exocyclic double bond to A ring, and this is a endocyclic double bond. So ring A has one endocyclic double bond and one exocyclic double bond, and B ring has one endocyclic double bond only because this is present inside this ring. So we can now easily differentiate between whether this double bond is endocyclic or whether it is a exocyclic double bond. So next is, we should know to which type of compound what is the basic value. So for a conjugated diene and heteroannular diene, the value is same and it is about 250 nanometer. But for a homoannular, as we already done, homoannular means double bonds are present in a same ring, and for that the value is 253 nanometer. So while calculating lambda maxima, we should know first what is the basic value or base value of a compound. And if it is a acyclic triene, that is three double bonds are present in conjugation but the ring is open, then it has 245 nanometer. So the base value are these, and you should remember these values. And then if there are increments are added, that is, if there are some extra groups are present, like if there is a alkyl substituent or ring residue, both have the same value, that is 5 nanometers added for each. And if it is exocyclic double bond, as we already know, exocyclic means double bond attached outside the ring, so then 5 nanometers added, etc. And then if double bond extending conjugation means two double bonds are there, but one more double bond is present which is in conjugation with earlier two double bonds, then it is, then we have to add 30 nanometers. So the values, these are the base values for a compound, and these are the increments that has to be added if these groups are present, these conditions are present. Now for these groups, that is if OR group is present, then we will add 6 nanometers, etc. And if SR group is present, then we will add 30 nanometer more. And if chloro or bromo groups are attached, then 5 nanometer. And if NR2 group is present, then 60 nanometer are to be added. If acetate group is present, then 0 nanometer is to be added. So for different groups we have to add different values, and this value will also be known by us. And so now let's take an example, and it is 2,4-hexadiene. 2,4-hexadiene means 6 carbons are present, and then second carbon has double bond, and then fourth carbon has double bond. That is, second carbon has double bond, and then fourth carbon has double bond. And these two double bonds are in conjugation, that is double, single, double are present. So in this we will take up, this is the, this group is the base, this group is the taken as basic. So this will have, that is parent value, 250 nanometer. So now to this group, what other groups are attached to this one? This alkyl group is attached, and similarly this alkyl group is attached, means to di, two alkyl groups are attached. So two methyl substituents are present, and for each we have to add 5, that is for 2 it is 10 nanometer. So by adding these values we get 225 nanometer, and this molecule, that is 2,4-hexadiene, will absorb UV radiation at 225 nanometer. And if we observe its actual value, that is 227, and it is calculated, both are almost same. So next is, if we take another example, in this example these two double bonds are present, and these double bonds are in conjugation. So the base value or parent value or basic value of the molecule is these, but these two double bonds are in conjugation, these are diene, but along with that these are present in a single ring, therefore there is a homoannular ring. So for homoannular we already know 253 nanometer is to be taken as a base value or parent value, and in this this alkyl group is present, and then this alkyl group is present. For two alkyl groups we have to add 10 nanometer, but along with this one ring residue is this, one ring residue is this, means sides of the ring which are touching this system are 2. So 2 ring residues and 2 methyl substituents. So all have same value, so we just written 4 alkyl substituents, and value will be 5 into 4, that is 20 nanometer, and so total value is 273, and actual value is 265, that is nearly the same. So similarly we can calculate these values for other molecules. So next let us take up another example. In this example again two double bonds, but these are present in different rings. So these are heteroannular diene. Heteroannular diene has base value is 215 nanometer, and in this one ring residue is this, one ring residue is this, then one ring residue is this, one ring residue is this. So 4 ring residues are present, so 4 into 5, that is 20. So total comes out to be 235 nanometer, and observed value is also 236, almost the same value. So we can easily calculate lambda maximum for any molecule. So next example is this example. In this again two rings are present. In this, these two double bonds represent different rings, so it is again a heteroannular diene, that is its parent value will be 250 nanometer. And in this, so this is our system. How many sides are touching to system of the ring? These are 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 ring residues. For 1 value is 5, so 3 will have 50 nanometer. And if we see carefully, this double bond is exocyclic double bond to this ring. It is exocyclic to this ring, so one exocyclic double bond is present. So for this is 5 nanometer, so total comes out to be 235 nanometer, and observed value is also 235. So it's almost, this is the exactly same values. So taking up another example, in this example we have taken alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, and for this we will do the rules still. But for this, if we take the general case, in this alpha beta unsaturated arocyclic ketone, the basic value is again 250 nanometer. And in this, this is our system. We have to identify the system in each case so that we can write the values of substituents present or ring residues present in a compound. So this is our system. To this, 2 alkyl groups are attached. So one alkyl group in alpha position has 10 nanometer value. If we see carefully, in these 2 methyl groups are present, but in alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compounds we just take values of the substituents present at the various positions, that is alpha, beta or gamma. In this case, this carbon is alpha and this carbon is beta, so we will only see the groups attached to alpha, beta or gamma positions if any, or delta positions if any. So in this methyl group is not present in any positions of these alpha, beta or gamma, so this will not be considered in the addition of values. So for this only alkyl group which is present at the alpha position, for alpha position the value added is 10 nanometer, so the total comes out to be 225 nanometer. So for alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compounds or acyclic ketones, we have different set of parent values and different set of rules for the addition of values due to auxochromes or any increment due to other groups. Similar, if we take up this particular 3 molecules, first is calciferol, second is isobenzene D2, next is precalciferol. In these examples, if we note carefully, there is present, all are the examples of dienes. In this, the system is, this is our system, and to this system we see the various groups attached. These 2 ring residues are attached, then these 2 ring residues are present. But in this we will consider this again system, that is one double bond extending conjugation. In this case, this will not be considered, this ring residue will not be considered. The ring residues which comes in between the system are not considered separately. So this is our system. So first is diene. The diene will have 214 value, 14 nanometer base value, and then one double bond extending conjugation. For this 30 nanometers added, and then 3 ring residues are present, and 15 nanometer for this value is added. It comes out to be 265 nanometer. And similar in this example also, in this one more value is added, 2 more values are added. There are 3 exocyclic double bonds are also present. So 15 nanometer more still will be added, and it will, I think so, it will come about to 65 nanometer. In this case, the basic system is this, but double bond is extending. So double bond extending conjugation, this will be our system. And in this 214 basic value, and then 30 nanometer for extending conjugation, and then 2 exocyclic double bonds, that is 10 nanometer, and then 3 ring residues are present. So you can easily calculate, it must come nearly about 287 nanometer. And similarly in this example, this is our system, but this is extending conjugation. So this is our system, and to this system 214 basic value, and then one double bond extending conjugation plus 30 nanometer, and then there are 2 these ring residues and 2 these ring residues. So 4 ring residues, that is 20 nanometer, and 1 2 3 exocyclic double bonds, and the values will be same as in first, because it has also these type of conjugation, extending conjugation. Then these are 4 ring residues, and then these 3 exocyclic double bonds. In this case all is all the same, so both have 265 nanometer value. So you can now easily calculate lambda maximum for at least for dienes, and we will take up in the next video the more examples of alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compounds after taking their some rules. So thank you.